Hello. Alright. Irene took the day off so we could visit more. Friday, 3/15/93. Bill and Dorman worked in yard. Irene and I went to town. I rode to Sally in Eastburn. Irene and Dorman fed us too much. I'm getting fatter. Had stew for supper. We retired early again. 3/6/93, Saturday. Had another nice day. Irene, her friend Esty, and I went to the swap meet, like flea market. Very hot day, 80 degrees. We walked around for 3 hours. I got a few things. Got a wallet for Bill for his birthday. We had a lot of fun. This afternoon, their children came. David, wife Angel, made a cake and a delicious spaghetti dinner. Danny and wife Tammy were here too. We had a great time. They all left around 8 o'clock. We watched TV and Bill and I went to bed about 10:15. We called Larry and Darlene tonight and asked if we could stay here longer. So we're going to stay until Tuesday a.m. Dorman wants us to stay. Irene took me yard sailing. We had a good time. 3/7/93, Sunday. I got a waist purse for $1, which I have been wanting. Will be nice when we sightsee. I hate to carry my big purse around. Tonight they took us out to dinner to a Mexican restaurant. We had tacos and enchiladas. Good. I watched a movie tonight with Irene. Bill went to bed at 9:30, me at 11. 3/8/93. Irene off to work today. I did laundry and showered. Bill worked on their refrigerator. It wasn't draining properly. I cleaned her burners on the stove. I washed our sheets and made up the bed. Clean. We're getting ready to leave here tomorrow. Another beautiful day here. It rained a lot before we came, but has been sunny since we got here. 3/9/93. Left Isom's at 9:45. Irene had gone to work. They hated to see us leave as much as we hated leaving. Dorman gave us roses from his garden. They are beautiful. We drove up Route 15, 395, and 58 to Tehachapi, where we are camped at Spring Creek Resort. It is over 4,000 feet here and is in what is known as high desert. We came through a lot of beautiful country, mountains with snow on peaks in distance. We had lunch at McDonald's in Mojave, where we had lunch on April 1st, 1989, our first trip out here. This campground is 7 miles from the main road. We are amongst desert shrubs and the Tehachapi Mountain is above us. It is 6,244 feet. Very quiet here. We met a nice couple from Hagerstown, Maryland. Also a couple from Alaska. People are always so nice when camping. Seem to be another breed. Of course, most are retired and very relaxed. 3/10/93. Left Spring Creek Resort at 9 a.m. Traveled 58 into Bakersfield, then 99 up to Escalon to Larry's. We traveled through lots of mountains again. Beautiful scenery. Before Bakersfield, we came to Many large flat fields where they grow vegetables. Stopped at Bakersfield for gas and propane. Came on up 99. Beautiful. Fields of oranges, peach trees in blossom, pears in blossom, vegetables and pecan trees. Fields so large and beautiful. Got to Darlene and Larry's at 4 o'clock. June and Jenny both home from school. Everyone glad to see us. Larry has 2 men here building fence, so we parked near garage and didn't hook up to electric. Visited inside. Had tea and coffee. This evening they took us all out to King's Table for dinner for Bill's birthday. Lots to eat. Delicious. Watched TV a little with them and then to bed. 3:11:93. Larry woke us at 7 o'clock and asked us to move motorhome so he could get rake out. 2 men came to buy rake, tractor and harrow bed, bale loader in PA. The 2 men making fence were here early mixing cement. Larry had put up fence and it fell down because it didn't sink posts in cement. So he hired 2 men to do the job. They got finished today. I took a shower while Darlene and Larry were at the dentist. When they got back, we watched a video. Switzerland. Darlene got at the library. Very good. I wrote to sister. Got a nice letter from Sally. Kara is engaged. Bill got a card from Theo. Both her daughter-in-laws are having babies in the fall. Bill wrote Theo and Myron a letter tonight. Darlene, June, and I went to International Night at June's school. They had refreshments and exhibition of various dance groups. Mexican, Hawaiian, Greek, Aztec Indians, and Africans from Kenya. All very good, but terribly loud. Got home a little after 9 o'clock to bed. 3:12:93. Darlene and I talked today. I wrote some more letters. We went to the grocery store for a couple things. Bill and I had supper in the motorhome, and I watched the video Scotland with Darlene and Larry, and then retired. Heard there is a blizzard coming to East Coast. 3:13:93. Bill's birthday today. Blizzard started at home about midnight Eastern Standard. I called Joyce, Rock, Sister Charlie, Bill, talked to Kathy. 12 inches of snow already and winds 35 miles. Kathy said rain for a while, but the worst is to come tomorrow. It's all up and down East Coast, calling it the blizzard of the century and blizzard of 93. Darlene and I went to Escalon and Modesto to shop. She buys all the specials in many stores. I got some good buys too and got oil for motorhome on sale. Before we left, I vacuumed the camper. It sure needed it. Bill helped Larry with iron fence he is painting. We had dinner with them tonight. Delicious meatloaf. Then celebrated Bill's birthday, 67, with cake and ice cream. Watched TV until 10 o'clock. Everyone tired, so went to bed. Sprinkling rain tonight. 82 degrees and sunny today. Beautiful. Hard to believe with blizzard in the east. (3/14/93). I was up at 7:15 Charles Kuralt comes on at 7 a.m. here. So if you want to watch, it's get up at 7. I watched. Bill up at 8:30. I took shower, had breakfast, and then called Rock. We had heard reports of high winds and low temperatures. He said storm is about over. Had high winds, 50 miles during night, and total of about 14 inches of snow. High snow drifts. They had the most snow in a 24-hour period ever. The blizzard is the worst in 100 years. Started with hurricane and tornadoes in Florida and on up coast to Maine. Georgia, hard hit with lots of snow. Shoreline, hard hit all the way up. Darlene not feeling well today. Larry had some errands in Modesto area, so he took us along. Told us how the last 20 years we've been here, the building has increased. Took us by old house in Riverbank, their second house. It is surrounded by housing. Unbelievable. Modesto has really expanded. I made dinner for Bill and I in camper. Chicken, beans, salad, and cornbread. Sent Darlene over. Cornbread for the family. Wasn't enough. Next time I'll have to make more. It was good. After supper I went over to watch TV with Larry and Darlene. Watched the movie Men Don't Tell about wives abusing their husbands. Unbelievable how she socked him. Weather beautiful today. 3:15:93. Awake about 7:30. Larry out running his equipment. Wondered what he was doing. Seems the metal side of his barn pushed out when a pile of baled hay fell over. He, Bill, and Darlene worked to get it back. Darlene moved the Roadrunner back and forth so Larry could stand on top and nail the sheets of metal back in place. Bill did what he could do to help. The Roadrunner, or squeeze, is a big old ugly machine that moves large stacks of bales from place to place. It stacks them in the barn or in a field. Bill started to mow some lawn. They have a lot of that around here. Took until 2:30 to finish fixing the barn siding. I did 2 loads of laundry and dried them on the line. Darlene doesn't have a clothes dryer. She and I went to Escalon this afternoon on errands. Bill mowed lawn. Larry moved his equipment so he could mow. I made salad, leftover beans, and chicken for supper. Bill very tired tonight. We stayed in the camper. Bill in bed by 9 o'clock, St. Patrick's Day. 3:17:93. Rained half-inch last night. Sounded nice on the roof. We got up at 8:30 this morning. Went to Waterford today to see Darlene's Uncle Roy. It is his birthday. Took him cards and gifts from Darlene and Irene. He was working in his barbershop, so Bill got a much-needed haircut. Darlene babysat Lauren, girl next door, until June and Jenny got home. I played a game with her. After supper, Bill and I went over and watched videos. The islands and Japan and Hawaii. Bill left early and Darlene and I ended up watching 2020 together. It was about the cult at Waco, Texas, where they are having all the trouble. Up at 8:30, sleeping late these days. Bill and I, 3:18:93, spent the morning discussing a couple side trips and going to Washington and Oregon. Decided to go there after Darlene and Larry got back from their trip around U.S. That means we probably won't get home until October. I did laundry this afternoon. Bill mowed around camper. Looks really nice. Larry and I started supper. I made carrot cake and cornbread, and she made... Darlene and I started supper. I made carrot cake and cornbread, and she made hamburger stew. Hamburg stew? I grated cabbage for slaw. Today is beautiful. 82 and cool breeze. Clear sky. Called Sally as it was her birthday. She said Peggy and Vicky took her out to lunch. Kara is getting married October 9th. Huge wedding. They are building a gazebo at Washington Crossing Park for wedding. 3/20/93. Really didn't do much today. Bill helped Larry yesterday. He helped sand machine parts. Today his wrist hurts so bad he couldn't help. We're thinking of taking a couple of short trips, so I looked over info and maps. Called Greg, he sounded good. Did a lot of snow plowing, but not getting paid very quickly. Hoping to get big grass clipping job this summer. Also planning to do some work on house and move back in by possibly end of April. Joyce won't have to pay rent then and can get herself out of financial difficulty. We had supper with Darlene, Larry, and girls. Watched movie Bitter Harvest about milk cows that had to be destroyed when something got into feed. PBB, DBB, I don't know. A couple came in today to buy tractor. Had crested hairless dogs. Reminded me of pigs. Beautiful spring day, not a cloud in the sky. Bill, 3/21/93, helped Larry clean up parts for painting. I baked some of Larry's pancakes for Bill. Larry makes waffles or pancakes every Sunday a.m. Wrote to sister. Took short walk. Read my book. Tonight, Darlene, Larry, June, Jenny, Bill, and I went to Modesto for pizza. Had a good time. Had donuts too when we got home. Bought a donut place in Escalon. Watched movie. True story about a lady who was put in prison for murdering her child. Had second child while in prison. He had a disease which proved first child had some disease and wasn't poisoned by mother. Had real couple on news afterwards. So sad. This morning we took motorhome to Manteca to dump. 3/22/93. Blackwater. 25 minutes round trip, but didn't charge to dump. Nice ride through orchards. Trees and blossoms are out now. Nice and warm too. 3/22/93. This morning, Darlene, Bill, and I went to Manteca to dump Blackwater. While there, Darlene went to lawnmower store and got string for weed whacker. After lunch, Darlene and I went to Escalon to bank and library. Library has computer to order books and videos. Tells whether Escalon library has item or what library has it. Darlene tried to learn. It's really complicated, but easy once you learn. She got a book for Larry on raising cattle. He wants to put heifers out here in pasture. Tonight, Bill and I stayed in camper. He watched a movie. I went to sleep by 8 p.m.